Hey everyone, it's been nearly 2 months since we got a new event in Azur Lane, meaning it's been nearly 2 months since I made a video. So this is kind of like, it's been a while. It's been a while and this is exciting, making a new video again. So let's get right into it. The first ship we're going to talk about, of course, is the new UR battleship Bismarck Zwei. I think the best way to summarize Bismarck is that she is a KMS New Jersey. Their base stats are very similar, and they have very similar firepower, very similar reload, very similar efficiencies. They both have like a personal firepower and reload buff. They both provide a faction firepower buff and a cross-fleet aviation faction buff. Both have a guaranteed critical hit in their kit. But where Bismarck pulls ahead is that while New Jersey is only called the Black Dragon, Bismarck has an actual freaking dragon. And this dragon does a few things. The dragon switches between two modes that give her damage reduction and an improved barrage, and another mode where it kind of just flies off and does its own thing, doing damage to enemies. And the most exciting thing about Bismarck 2 is that with her release, she makes it so that Iron Blood is the first faction that has 3 UR battleships. Iron Blood also has some very strong Vanguard ships that I would love to get buffed by Bismarck. Altogether, this means you can build a very, very, very synergistic Iron Blood fleet that I think is very capable of competing with Musashi New Jersey right now. Next, we have KMS Otto von Alvensleben, who is best described as a tanky destroyer, which honestly kind of works against her. Because if you want your Vanguard to get tankier, you don't go, let me add a destroyer in there. No, right? You would just use a heavy cruiser, or better yet, a large cruiser. Her damage isn't terrible. She does get a firepower and torpedo buff. She gets a special barrage that has a damage amp that sadly only applies to herself. And she does have 170% efficiency on her main gun. No main gun +1 though. But the biggest thing going for her is her huge HP pool. Like for a destroyer, 3000 HP is quite a lot. She still has decent evasion, and of course her second skill gives more evasion, and also evasion rate, though it's only 8%, and also damage reduction, which it's only 15% chance, but considering that she'll probably be taking a lot of damage as a Vanguard ship, you can count on that 15% to proc a lot of the time. And she has the HP pool to kind of, actually take a hit or two. I don't know what else to say. She's a tanky destroyer. You can probably use her if you want to run like a full destroyer Vanguard, or like a speed demon fleet. But like other than that, there's not much else going on for her. And now we move on to my favorite ship of the event, well at least design wise, KMS Regensburg. And I say only design wise because her stats and her skills are just mid. Like they're not good. There's nothing that stands out about her base stats. She doesn't get main gun +1, and then you look at her skills, and she's just an inferior Rue Muse. Like Rue Muse came out ages ago, and she is just better than Regensburg in every way. Like her first skill provides a damage taken debuff to a single target at 8%, and that damage buff can only be taken advantage of by other Iron Blood ships. You look at Rue Muse. It's the same timing, right, at 15 seconds, but it gives 10%. It's AoE, and any ship can take advantage of it. It's not faction locked. So like, it's just worse than Rue Muse. And of course, Rue Muse being a heavy cruiser means that she's tankier too. Regensburg's second skill, it helps a little bit with tankiness because it gives her a shield, possibly 2 shields, but the HP shield is only if a target is already locked on with her first skill, which is unlikely because the uptime on her first skill is only 33%. So she's just an inferior Rue Muse. But at least she looks cool as hell. And now we have the first event meta ship, who also happens to be a submarine U556 meta. And what do you want me to say? She is a submarine. I think she's a strong submarine, despite being a meta ship who are known to be kind of, decent but not great ships. She's not part of the wolf pack anymore. Despite all that, I do think she is a very strong ship. She has a good torpedo stat, and all 3 of her skills provide good damage buffs. But just where are you gonna use submarine? Like, there's no content made for submarines. If you like her, get her. But like, chances are you'll probably never find a good place to actually make use of her. And finally, we have the filler elite ship for the event, KMS Jade, who, despite being an elite ship, I think is actually pretty good. Her first skill gives a damage amp and a heal at the cost of 50 HP, which just gets refunded through the heal. So essentially a free damage buff and heal. Her second skill actually gives her quite a bit of damage. 18% aviation and a 10% damage buff if she's flagship. She's still held back by being an elite light carrier, so her aviation is absolutely terrible. But considering her circumstances, probably one of the better elite ships. Now that's all of the event ships, but there were 2 more ships that were introduced in this patch, Vestal Meta and Nelson Retrofit. I'm going to quickly talk about 2 of them because I don't think either of them are worth really going more detail into. Vestal Meta being a meta ship and also a repair ship, meaning she does no damage and she's just there to support your other meta ships, but she's not even good at that. But she's free, so you'll get her and you'll probably never use her. Nelson Retrofit is cool. I like her new look, but really all Nelson Retrofit did was turn her from a middle of the pack elite ship to a middle of the pack SR ship. Her base stats got bumped up to SR levels. Her barrage is now like 100% when she takes some damage, but still like nothing amazing. And then with that, we're done. That's all the new ships in this patch. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the new ships. Overall, I think they were, design-wise, I think they were awesome because Iron Blood always has some cool ships. But gameplay and like meta-wise, this patch, these new ships were a little disappointing. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. With that, I'll see you guys next time.